Your egg breaks, and for the first time, you inhale water. You're less than half an inch long, barely a whisper on the lake's endless blue. You swim, but it's more like you are trembling through water. Everything is bigger than you. Everything moves faster. Everything is hungry. You learn quickly. Move with the shadows. Keep close to the reeds. Don't shine in the sunlight, for shining means being seen, and being seen means being eaten. You survive on plankton and living fear. You drift, you hide, you nibble, and you rest. You never feel full. You are never safe. This is childhood. Not warm, not soft, and not protected. It's raw, it's wild, it's lonely. But you're growing. Each new day, you are alive. That is the biggest victory. Special in mind now. Now you, 3 months old. You've tripled in size. You feel stronger. Your fins flex like real wings now. You start eating more than just the plankton. Little crustaceans, insect larvae, bits of algae. You feel the first rush of power in your body. You chase, you learn, you win, you lose. You've seen 200 of your siblings disappear into mouths, into mud, into darkness. But you're still here. Survival isn't luck, it's instinct. Every day, the world teaches you a new lesson. Stay low during the day. Wake up at dusk when the predators hardly see. Eat fast, swim faster. Never trust stillness. Stillness is death. Your first winter, the temperature drops. Your lake turns cold, dark, and still. Food disappears. Light disappears. The world shrinks. You sink deeper. Move less. Tucking away every movement like precious currency. You feel hunger as a voice in your bones. And then something worse. You don't breathe. You don't blink. You just hope. And for reasons you'll never understand, the predator moves on. You're alive. Another day given. Now you, 1 year old. The ice melts and spring returns like a promise. The water warms. Green life blooms again. And the lake all of a sudden feels generous. You're bigger now. 4 inches long. Not prey. Not predator. Something in between. You feel something close to joy. Freedom, perhaps. You chase shoals of small insects with your kind. And for a moment, this place feels like home. You are not alone anymore. You swim with others who look like you, move like you, think like you. A school, your first community. And in their movement, you feel something powerful. Safety in numbers, belonging, identity. You're not just surviving anymore. You're living. You're 2 years old now. You've doubled in size, almost 8 inches long, strong, swift, and sharp, sleek, richly colored, greens, yellows, dark vertical stripes along your flanks, like armor nature painted onto you. Everything about you feels ready. For the first time, you're not the one hiding. You hunt. You've joined the hunt. But don't get it twisted. You're still prey. Right now, you're too small to be the boss. There's always something bigger, faster, older, hungrier, like the pike. They still glide through the lake, silent as underwater lightning. They can smell weakness. They can hear your heartbeat through the current. But you've learned their tricks. They strike from below. They wait near structure. They strike quickly and disappear. And so, you learn yours. You never swim alone. You play the roles of prey and predator, ever ready to run or strike. These are the hunger years. For every bite you catch, you become stronger. You're not a child anymore. You're growing into something else, a force. You're 3 years old, and the lake starts to feel like it belongs to you. You know every shadow, every ripple. You've mastered the sound of danger, the pulse of safety. You know when the surface is teeming with insects. You know when the frogs lay eggs in the shallows. You know when the sun is high, where to hunt, and when the water turns still, where to hide. And yes, something has shifted inside you. You no longer follow survival. You're searching for something deeper. Territory, dominance, purpose. You don't understand the word, but you feel it. You start fighting with others your size. It begins with a bump, a chase, a flash of scales. Then someone bites you hard, and you taste your own blood in the water, and it changes you. You never forget the one who hurts you. You never forget the one you beat. And from then on, the water keeps score. You defend your feeding grounds. You learn how to show strength, not just size. You win fights. Even when you are swimming in a school, you carry that scarred memory alone. This is the age when water remembers your name. Not because you're large, not because you're safe, but because now you have a story. Be near death, the moment that splits time. It happens fast, faster than hunger, faster than instinct, faster than fear. You see a ripple in the reeds, just a flicker of motion. The first spawning season. Something ancient wakes in you. Not hunger, not instinctive for safety. safety, not even anger or dominance, something deeper, something older than the lake itself, and you're not alone. All around you, other perch are gathering, males and females from every part of the lake. You have never seen this many of your kind together. Hundreds, even thousands, bodies shimmering like living coins in the golden water. And then it does. The females start releasing strings of pale, jelly-like eggs. The males chase after them, ejecting milky clouds of sperm. You are one of them. You find your place in the flow. You add your part to the ancient cycle, one you were born from, one you now continue. You feel a sudden, monumental shift. You're no longer just a survivor. You're old enough to create life. And then the moment is gone. The eggs settle. The clouds clear. The crowd dissipates. Thousands of small new lives start, just as you once did. But you do not remain to watch. You just swim. Smooth, reflective, different. You were born small. You lived afraid. You learned the lake, then fought it, then almost died in it. You grew teeth. You learned hunger. You learned loss. But now, you're part of something larger. Time won't remember your name, but the water will remember your life. 7. The legacy begins. 7 summers, 7 winters, 7 chances to die, and 7 times you refused. You have seen generations come and go. You felt changes in the water. You have tasted both peace and poison. And now, for the 3rd time in your adult life, you feel the spawning instinct once more. This one is different. It doesn't pull you like hunger. It calls you like memory. A voice older than the lake itself. You swim to the shallows again, as you did previously. The water is warm, green, alive. You move with slow, steady purpose. Your tail propels you forward with worn but majestic power. You find a female, one younger than you, one who still shines like you once did. You swim alongside her, move with her, release life from within yourself. And in that moment, in that wordless play of fate and future, you feel something real, something final. You have become the ancestor. Part of you will live after you're gone, not in memory, not in name, but in motion, in breath, in pulse. Instinctively speaking, you leave the spawning ground slow and calm. This time, not like a survivor, like a legend. Final, the slow fade. Old age comes for us all. You're older now. 8 years, 9 years. Your strength is not what it used to be. Your scales are duller. Your fins tear more easily. Your reflexes are slower. But you don't rule your waters any longer. You learn something in these late years. Power was loud. Age remains quiet. You drift more now, letting the current carry you. You eat less, whether by choice or by necessity, you don't know. You move more slowly, not because you want to, but because you can't do otherwise. And then, one autumn afternoon, you rest in the cool shadow of a submerged log. Everything is calm around you. The water is soft. The light softens. Your heart rate slows down, not from panic, but from release. You cease to move. It gently lifts you on the current, tucking you into the water's oldest embrace. You don't feel cold. You don't feel any fear. You just let go. And in that moment, you become part of the lake forever. Your story, your muscles, your memories, they dissolve back into the water from which you came. The lake doesn't mourn you, but it remembers you. In every ripple, in each spring-born perch, in the stillness of every moment that hides the echoes of a life fully lived. You came from water. You returned to water. Hey, you made it to the end. Don't leave without hitting subscribe. The next creature story is already waiting for you. Go on. I'll wait.